On January 27, 1959, 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic College embarked on their hiking trip in the Ural Mountains only to never return back. Their bodies were found in a bizarre and mysterious way. Their death remains an unsolved mystery even today. Hi there, welcome back to my channel Knowledge Noir, and in today's video let us know about the mysterious Dyatlov Pass incident. In 1959, a team of hikers hailing from the Ural Polytechnic College in Yekaterinburg, Soviet Union, embarked on a carefully planned hiking expedition in the northern reaches of the Ural Mountains. This group was composed of 10 individuals, consisting of 8 males and 2 females, all possessing substantial experience and training at the Grade 2 level. Their primary objective for this excursion was to attain the prestigious Grade 3 hiker certification, a prestigious achievement in the Soviet Union. At the time, Grade 3 was the highest certification available in the Soviet Union and required candidates to traverse 300 kilometers. The goal of the expedition was to reach Otorten Mountain. This route, estimated as Category 3, was undertaken in February, the most difficult time to traverse. The leader of the group was Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old radio engineering student at the Ural Polytechnical Institute. The group arrived by train at Ivdel, a town at the center of the northern province of Verdokh Oblast, in the early morning of January 25, 1959. They then took a truck to Vizhay, a Lori village that is the last inhabited settlement to the north. On January 27, they began their trek towards Gora Otorten. On January 28, one member, Yuri, who had several health ailments including rheumatism and congenital heart defect, turned back due to knee and joint pains that made him unable to continue the hike. The remaining 9 hikers continued the trek. Following a brief stop, the hikers resumed their journey southwards. They brought cameras with them and diligently recorded their experiences in their diaries. As they moved forward, the winds were also getting stronger, which indicated that a storm was about to come. On January 31st, the group reached the outskirts of a highland region and commenced preparation for their ascent. Within a wooded valley, they strategically stashed surplus food and equipment meant for the return journey. The following day, the hikers embarked on their passage through the mountain pass. These were their last photos that they took before the incident. Initially, it appeared that they intended to traverse the pass and establish their camp on the opposite side the following night. However, due to deteriorating weather conditions, including snowstorms and diminishing visibility, they veered off course towards the west, ultimately ascending towards the summit of Kholat Syakhl. Upon realizing their navigational error, the group opted to set up camp on the mountainside rather than descending 1.5 kilometers to the forested area that could have provided some respite from the inclement weather. Prior to their departure, Dyatlov made an agreement to dispatch a telegram to their sports club promptly upon the group's return to Vizhay. The expected return date was set for no later than February 12th. When the 12th came and went without any communication, there was initially no immediate cause for alarm, as minor delays were not uncommon during such expeditions. However, on February 28, the families of the travelers grew increasingly concerned and demanded a rescue operation. Subsequently, the head of the institute initiated the deployment of the initial rescue teams, comprising volunteers, students, and instructors. Eventually, the military and the police forces also joined the effort, with aircrafts and helicopters mobilized as part of the operations. On February 26, the search party stumbled upon the group's abandoned and severely damaged tent at Kholat Syakhl. The campsite left the searchers in a state of shock. The tent had been partially torn down and was buried beneath a layer of snow. It was eerily empty, with all of the group's possessions and footwear left behind. Investigators noted that the tent had been cut open from the inside. Following the tracks, they discovered 9 sets of footprints belonging to individuals who were either wearing only socks, a single shoe, or were completely barefoot. These footprints led them towards the edge of a nearby forest situated on the opposite side of the pass, approximately 1.5 kilometers to the northeast. However, after covering 500 meters, the tracks were obscured by snow. At the forest edge, beneath a towering Siberian pine tree, the search team stumbled upon the remnants of a visible campfire. Nearby, they encountered the first 2 bodies, Krivonishenko and Doroshenko, who were without shoes and dressed only in underwear. The tree exhibited broken branches up to 5 meters high, suggesting that one of the skiers had climbed in it in search of something, possibly the campsite. Further along the path between the pine tree and the tent, the searchers discovered 3 additional bodies, Dyatlov, Kolmogorova, and Slobodin, all in the positions indicating that they were making an effort to return to the tent. They were located at varying distances from the tree, spanning 300, 480, and 630 meters. If you are liking this video so far, please consider subscribing to the channel and like this video. Now back to the video. The search for the remaining 4 hikers extended beyond 2 months. Ultimately, on May 4th, they were located buried beneath 4 meters of snow in a ravine, positioned 75 meters further into the woods from the pine tree. 3 of these individuals were more adequately dressed than the others, and there were signs that some clothing had been removed from those who perished first to provide for the surviving members. Notably, Dubinina was found wearing Krivonishenko's burnt and torn trousers, and her left foot and shin were wrapped in a torn jacket. 3 of the bodies had fatal chest injuries. The skull of one of the hikers was fully fractured, and the other 2 bodies had fractures all over the body. According to researchers, the trauma on these bodies was equivalent to the force experienced during a car crash. Some weird and unexplained things were also noticed among the bodies. Dubinina was missing her tongue, eyes, part of the lips, as well as facial tissue and a fragment of skull bone, while Zolotaryov had his eyeballs missing, and Alexander Kolevatov had his eyebrows missing. The first investigation concluded that the deaths occurred due to hypothermia, but the investigation of these bodies shifted the narrative of the incident. The Soviet authorities claimed these deaths to be natural and occurred due to hypothermia, although they ignored the unsettling evidences that were found. Many researchers denied the reports of the Soviet authorities and claimed that the deaths were unnatural and the hikers were trying to run away from someone or something. Many theories were put forward regarding the deaths. There was initial speculation that the indigenous Mansi people had attacked and murdered the group for encroaching upon their lands. Several Mansi were interrogated, but the investigation indicated that the nature of the deaths did not support this hypothesis. Only the hikers' footprints were visible, and they showed no signs of hand-to-hand struggle. One more theory suggests that the deaths occurred due to avalanche. Tons of snow and ice would have fallen down the mountains. To escape from the avalanche, they would have teared open their tents and tried to escape in their night clothes, but they died due to the extreme sub-zero temperatures of the mountains. However, the location of the incident did not have any obvious signs of an avalanche having taken place. Over 100 expeditions to the region had been held since the incident, and none of them ever reported conditions that might create an avalanche. In one hypothesis, it is suggested that the campsite fell within the vicinity of a Soviet parachute mine exercise. According to this theory, the hikers were awakened by the deafening explosion, causing them to hastily vacate the tent in a state of panic, without even taking time to put on their shoes. They soon found themselves stranded and unable to return to retrieve the essential supplies. Tragically, some of the group members succumbed to the extreme cold, freezing to death as they struggled to endure the relentless bombardment. In a somewhat similar vein, another theory proposes that the incident might have been related to the testing of radiological weapons. This conjecture is partially based on the discovery of radioactivity on certain pieces of clothing and the descriptions given by the relatives, who noted that some of the hikers appeared to have orange skin and grey hair. However, it's important to note that if radioactive materials were involved, it would have affected all the individuals and equipments uniformly, not just a select few. Furthermore, the discoloration of skin and hair can be reasonably attributed to a natural process of mummification, resulting from 3 months of exposure to the harsh cold and winds of the wilderness. Donny Eicher's 2013 book Dead Mountain popularized the hypothesis suggesting that wind patterns around Kholat Syakhl formed a Karman vortex street, producing infrasound capable of causing panic attack in humans. According to Eicher, this infrasound generated as the wind passed over Kholat Syakhl mountain's peak, causing physical discomfort and mental distress among the hikers. This distress drove them to hastily abandon their tent and flee downhill. As they descended, they moved out of the infrasound's influence and regained composure, but in the darkness, they couldn't find their way back to their shelter. Tragically, 3 of the victims suffered traumatic injuries when they accidentally fell into a ravine and landed on the rocks due to their disoriented state in the dark. Some even linked this incident to alien attacks, as another group of hikers about 50 kilometers south of the incident reported that they saw strange orange spheres in the sky to the north on the night of the incident. Apart from these, there were many other theories that were put forward for this incident. However, no one can surely say what really happened to the hikers that day that led to their mysterious deaths. The area where this incident occurred is named as Dyatlov Pass in the memory of Igor Dyatlov. What are your thoughts on this incident? Comment your thoughts down below. That's gonna do it for today. If you like today's video, please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification to receive all future updates. I hope to meet you in the next one. Thanks for watching.